the first time in 5 years, guys. I think the Chiefs are actually better in this game.
They're, Daniel Jones come back from sucking.
I wrote a poem about the Cowboys offense. Dak at the line, calm as night. Signals once, defenders fright. Lamb shakes free with velvet feet. Pickens mossing every beat. Two routes collide, the coverage breaks. Touchdown math that Dallas makes.
They do not profile like a 10-win team. They profile like 7-win type teams. I can't wait to let 18 and 22 year olds go through the I made a call, to Vegas. I said, look, we actually need the paper here.
Welcome to the Bear Bets. I'm the host of The Bear, joined again by Sammy P and Jeff. Happy Halloween. Enjoy your trick-or-treating in the true Halloween spirit. No bear suit for you this year, Jeff. I'm disappointed.
No, my daughter is actually wearing it at school today.
Okay, that's much more important.
It's much more important. Yeah, she wanted to wear it for. I already wore it. I lost the bet. I already wore it. No one wants to see me in the bear suit again.
We always want to see you in the bear suit.
The Arby's meat suit though. That thing I should bring. I should have worn that one.
Yes,
yeah.
You lose.
Not a sponsor could be.
Could be a lot.
Yeah.
It would be a scary sight. What offense in the NFL is the scariest sight for opposing defenses right now? Do you think, Jeff?
The Kansas City Chiefs have scored 28 points in 5 straight weeks. We stressed all along to wait to see everyone healthy and back. Rashee Rice wasn't, but he's suspended. But Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Hollywood Brown, and now Travis Kelce essentially becomes the third option. Sammy, you made a great point at the beginning of the year. I made the wager while I was sitting here. Was Travis Kelce over receiving yards? He's well on that way. Over touchdowns, well on that way as well. The offensive line's had injuries. They played through them. Trey Smith should be back. Josh Simmons, it seems like we'll be back at some point, but Jalen Moore obviously has filled in pretty well there. There's a stat floating around the internet, guys. Basically, EPA, like expected points added for quarterbacks on their second read, and the gap between 1 and 2, Mahomes' 1 to 2, was the same as 2 to 24. Like
crazy. That is insane.
At a high level right now. And you think they're going to even get better as they play more together. And the last guy I would say is Juju Smith-Schuster has been a really big weapon for them this year. He catches 1 or 2 balls a game that seem very important.
I was going to say they're always like either second and 17 or whatever to get them within third and reasonable or a third down conversion
over the middle of the field. Yep. And so I think they're clicking right now. They're only going to play better throughout the rest of the season. Who do you like, Sammy?
Well, the Chiefs have the best player in football with Mahomes. So
he's ranked like 12th, which is the funniest thing ever. The grading is interesting.
It's hard to say it's not Kansas City, but I do think on their best days, you could make a case for Indianapolis because of their line play and their running game and their play action game. And you could make a case for Detroit with the weapons. Did you see Jahmyr Gibbs, by the way, dressed like Matt Hardy?
Yes.
The WWE wrestler?
That was great,
It was very good. But their weapons are awesome. I don't trust Jared Goff, especially outside. They're the perfect offense for that building, indoors, fast track. Their weapons I would put against Kansas City's. But Kansas City has
their weapons are better.
I think they're certainly and that was the struggle that I was having with because I don't think the Chiefs running backs are as good as what Detroit has, but I think it's hard.
The Chiefs might have the worst running back room in the NFL.
And to say that you and I are both saying that they're the scariest offense in the league
is back.
with all of that, but the Lions you're worried about Goff. And maybe if you're behind, you have a reason to worry. But they go run Gibbs, they get ahead, and they're able to run those guys. That's when that offense really gets going.
Is it unfair that we're not talking about the Colts?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. And I'm guilty of it. I'm still sitting here waiting for the pumpkin to come out. Basically, again, to use another Thanksgiving
this weekend.
No, not good. That's I think people are finally coming around on catching on to the fact that the Steelers defense might not be optimal.
It might be part of one of our wagers later.
It could be.
That's a good tease.
I have a poem. I wrote a poem about the Cowboys offense.
Oh, Cowboys. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, they're
good.
They're legit.
Their best is pretty good. Okay, I'll make it short. Dak at the line, calm as night. Signals once, defenders fright. Lamb shakes free with velvet feet. Pickens mossing every beat. Two routes collide, the coverage breaks. Touchdown math that Dallas makes. Look at that.
Wow.
Look at that. There's a spooky Halloween Cowboys poem.
That was very good.
Thank you.
We need our listeners on YouTube to rank Sammy's poem. Great. Give us a grade. Give us a grade. Only 10s only.
We do love the comments.
Yeah. 10s
That could be a new segment. I mean, Sammy,
your phone okay,
Sammy
by the
reads
way?
a poem.
Is your phone okay?
I don't know. I really wish I didn't do that.
Bill,
It was a really bad.
Bill Fox. They'll pay for it.
There's mic drop and then there's phone toss. So,
Phone toss.
but no, to be fair, Dallas's offense, when at its best, is scary. They're just not consistent enough, Bear. That's the problem.
They feel a lot like the Bengals last year, where like if they were better, we would even talk about Dak as Offensive Player of the Year or MVP, but they're just not. They're not winning.
The award that Dak could win. How about that? But Aiden Hutchinson's having an unbelievable year. Christian McCaffrey's having a good year. Like,
I don't bet this a market anymore. We've been very
and then they're going to be people out there. Oh, Daniel Jones come back from sucking. No, Daniel Jones is not comeback player of the year.
They have clarified that this vote is not about players that have been benched that are playing well now. It's about guys that have been hurt, which is what I thought the award was always about, until the guy that died on the field and came back to life didn't win the award the next season, and they had to change the entire rules. I mean, I don't know. I make this comment once a year, maybe once a quarter. If you die and come back to life, that feels like the definition of comeback player of the year.
Yes, you've come back.
I would agree. I lost no money on it. I didn't have a single wager on it.
I laid 3-1.
I had Joe Flacco. I bet him just because people are morons and idiots, and you never know. You're putting it in the hand of voters. But if I bet Hamlin like before the year.
Yeah, so did I.
And then you know what? I'm like, there's like this Flacco like thing happening. Like,
you even play a full season. Played half a season.
I know.
Ridiculous.
Coming back from death, not as important.
Yeah,
as
coming up of the year right now, Dak Prescott is the slight favorite, then McCaffrey, then Jones, and Hutchinson, then a big gap to Stephon Diggs. They're not so the top four guys there in that group right now. Any other offenses that the Jets, they scored 39 points.
I was going to say the Jets offense was very scary.
Back.
Yes.
They're back. All right. We're back with our best bets.
Broncos fourth quarter offenses.
They went 33 points. They scored 40. They scored 70 points in the last 5 quarters. Are we going to do that in Houston this week?
A lot of people like the Broncos this week.
I do not, but I don't have anything for that game. What we do have is our best bets, though. And Sammy, you'll lead us off with your best bet here. I think you and Bear, Bear will lead us off. You Bear. This is scary, Bear.
Yeah, it's funny. Sammy took the other game that I was considering. We didn't collude or anything, but Sammy's was the other game that I was considering. Like,
you can take two more. You can both.
It's the NFL, and we know what happens in the NFL. Like, well, you just got to look for the
favorites and overs, right? 21-3-2 last week.
How about that? That was, but that's the thing. Like, is that going to continue this week? Like,
I don't know.
Aren't you going to be a little scared to be laying points this week after all the success?
In my pick 5 last week, one of them, I did 4 favorites, and I was like, I hit submit, I went 4-1. Like, this is fun. All I do is just pick favorites every week, and now this week I'm on dogs again because I'm stupid.
You got to be. The Atlanta Falcons did me a solid last week in Last Man Standing. My partner and I had the Miami Dolphins.
Wow.
Which worked out well.
Good for you.
We're now down to 25 people.
Oh.
25.
So 25 that you're 4th in the college contest. Third college contest. Oh, excuse me.
Tied for 3rd. But I lost. The guy in the college contest is leading. Like, he went 5-1-1 last week. I went 3-3-1. So I got 3. He gained 2 points on me. So it's like I'm tied for 3rd. But I lost a couple points. Yeah, and we're still leading circa Friday, and we're.
So you like Atlanta?
I love Atlanta this week. Like, it's the ugliest, grossest possible side you could ever look at.
Michael Penix on the road.
Michael Penix on the road.
The last 2 road games, they lost 30-0 and 20-10.
Maybe bad weather. Drake May is the MVP. The Patriots are not only going to win the East now, they're going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. Look at how great this Patriots like. This is the perfect NFL disgusting gross side. I'd hold out and see if you can get it back to 6. There were some 6.5s early. There was some 6s. I wouldn't bet it at 5. If you have to bet it at 5.5 by the time Sunday comes around, bet it. But I'd hold out a little bit, Sammy, and wait for a 6.
I understand. I was going to pick this one. I ended up picking this one instead. Raiders +3. I expect Bowers to play. Sounds like he's progressing. I mean, we all understand that. Jacksonville should not be favored on the road against many teams. And I understand the Raiders have been wishy-washy, to say the least, and Geno loves throwing the ball to the other team. But at the same time, Jacksonville is a road favorite. Just gives me the heebie-jeebies. So
If
I
Bowers is
agree.
back, the offense should be better.
And
Yeah.
you know that the Jaguars are the one team in the NFL that they are due at least twice during the game to do something absolutely ridiculous.
They can't catch the football.
Can't catch the ball.
That's
They're
important.
and if Gino doesn't
Throw it
go
away.
colorblind and throw it away, they have that massive turnover look. We're going to look back at the end of the year and be like, how the hell
Chiefs.
did the Chiefs go down there
Well,
and
they-
lose?
I mean,
Because
they-
Mahomes threw a pick that went
the
99 yards.
pick
That's how it
sixes.
happened.
Speaking of Kansas City, I like the Chiefs to cover against Buffalo. Look, Buffalo's won this game 4 straight times in the regular season. The reason they've won this game 4 straight times in the regular season, they've been better than Kansas City. It's a simple truth. This year, the Chiefs are better. They're better on offense. I know it's hard to believe, but they are. The Chiefs, we talked about earlier, they're offensively, how well they're playing. The Buffalo defensive injuries are a concern. They lost Ed Oliver. Can they rush the passer without him there, without interior pass rush? I don't know. Milano seems to be back, which is good. And then on the other side, Buffalo's off a historic rushing performance. They have a good offensive line, but the Chiefs stopped the run well. And then look at the Bills' weapons. Can they pass the ball in this game? I don't know. The first time in 5 years, guys, I think the Chiefs are actually better in this game. I'll take the Chiefs here as a short favorite.
Do you think there is a little bit of, I don't say pressure, lack of pressure, the best way to say it, like the Bills kind of know that this is not the one that matters against the Chiefs, but at the same time,
Yeah.
if you lose this game, you're going to have to go to potentially Arrowhead and beat them there if you progress
Yeah.
in the playoffs. So like, I wonder if like that creates more pressure or less pressure, knowing that the result here like doesn't really matter, but at the same time, it could mean everything.
Well, I think it does matter because you always want to measure yourself against a team you can't beat. And even if they beat him again, they'll say like, hey man, like good job. We won this game. If they lose this game, I'm not sure how confident they feel about playing them the second time. So I think obviously this game is at home. The fans are going to win this game. And again, I just, the Buffalo offense, again, James Cook was great last week, but can they pass the ball? The Chiefs say no running the ball this week. That's my question against this Chiefs defense. Sammy, our next best bet is something we both like here. I'll let you go first here on the Colts.
The Steelers' defense is atrocious.
Yeah.
And I think this narrative that everything is going to be fine and Tomlin will figure it out.
What? I think figure what out?
Carson Wentz threw for over 300 yards against this defense. Last we saw Carson Wentz, he couldn't complete a pass, and I know he was hurt, obviously, which came out after. How do they stop the running game?
They don't.
I just don't.
Yeah.
Barring turnovers, I don't think the Colts are going to lose.
So last week, I mentioned that Mike Tomlin heading into their game against the Packers, and I like the Steelers, was 22-7-3 against the spread as a home underdog. He obviously didn't cover that game, so 22-8-3. And normally I like that. And I had to think about this week about why Mike Tomlin's teams always cover those games. The number one thing is they play really good defense.
Right.
And those games are ugly. Like it's 12-10 in the fourth quarter because their defense has kept in the game.
You win games with 5 field goals.
This year, their defense freaking stinks.
Awful.
To Sammy's point, it's an awful defense. What they allow, I'm talking about 35 to the Packers, 33 to the Bengals, 32 to the Jets, 31 to the Seahawks. Remember, New England only had 21, but they fumbled twice or turned the ball over
man.
twice in the end zone.
Yeah.
Should have 35 points in that
They
game.
had 5 turnovers, I think, in
Yeah,
the game.
yeah.
The Pats.
The defense is not good in Pittsburgh. And yes, the Colts are outside, and maybe it's a little different now, but the way their offensive line is playing right now, TJ Watt and Cam Hayward, they're older. They're not playing quite the same as they have in the past. So I'm fine with the Colts here, minus the 3. So we're both on the Colts as well. Bear,
Super Jeff?
Super Jeff time, super prop. I think I hit my prop last week. I think Kyle Pitts over, and it went over.
Did it go over?
Yeah, it did go over. He had a good game against the Dolphins defense.
Yeah, well, when you're down as a 7.5 point favorite, you're down 3 scores basically.
He actually was. I think it was over in the first half. Like the Dolphins do not cover. If you listen to this on Thursday, I think is it Thursday or Friday. This podcast.
Friday.
Never mind. Well, take the Ravens tight ends over against the Dolphins on Thursday night.
If you get it.
If you get in,
When you listen on
when
Friday.
you listen on Friday, just make sure I made those wagers. We'll let everyone know. Josh Allen here over 7.5 rush attempts against the Chiefs. Look, he's rushed at least 10 times in the last 4 games of the regular season. I'm just not counting the playoff games, the regular season, because those are ones that matter for this discussion. Because in these games against Kansas City, it's a kitchen sink game, right? They do everything. They run the ball with Allen. They use him in the red zone. He scrambles a good amount of time as well. And also, they've won the games. They've had kneel downs. I don't think they're going to win the game, so the kneel downs might not be there. But the fact is that they run the ball a lot with Josh Allen in these games. So give me Allen over 7.5 rush attempts right now. Super 6 will be the outcome. Super 6 was done by DraftKings. What'll be the outcome between the Lions and Vikings? Lions fair by 8.5, Bear.
McCarthy back this week.
Yeah, paternity leave is over apparently in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think
So
I think the
weird.
Lions smoked the Vikings. If
It's
that's
a weird situation.
It does seem weird. See, I was gonna say this could be a game where Flores kind of cooks something up, and he's giving Jerry. I'm getting face looks over here from Jersey Jeff.
I
Over
believe
here.
I could pull up the exact number. I think Goff is 6-0 against ATS against the Vikings. As
Is he?
Lions quarterback? Yeah.
Okay, so there
Or
goes,
8-0, like this.
there
He's not,
goes
he's,
my
he's
narrative
covered,
right there.
He's covered every game. The Vikings defense is not as good this year because their offense stinks. Like I said, like you need help as a defense for your offense to stay on the field, to score points. So you play from ahead, right? You play from ahead with that type of defense. You are supposed to. In this game, they're not be playing from ahead in my mind. And McCarthy hasn't played in 6 weeks. What do we
Correct. That's the ultimate question. Like, how good is this guy? Like, they play. You know, if he was what 85-90% last week or the last couple of weeks, and Carson Wentz was playing with a shoulder that he could barely move, like. What does that tell you? But just think about this game, Sammy. Like 10 months ago, these teams are both 14-2, playing for home field, number 1 seed in the NFC. Now the Vikings don't have Sam Darnold. They don't have Daniel Jones either, who was the backup quarterback. And you're stuck in wondering if McCarthy's your deal. And now you're probably headed towards a 6-11 type year.
It is crazy. How about the total? We think over? You think they're just going to pound them?
It says here,
48.
again, when Detroit plays a home game with a total below 50, they are 18-8 to the over.
You said they were going to pound them.
I think so
I'm
too.
asking you.
Yes,
I mean,
I go.
Pound would would lead to an over.
I don't know if the Vikings are score enough. I'm concerned about them. Look, the Lions get back healthy on defense. A lot of guys come back. By the way, 8-0 is Jared Goff, quarterback of Detroit against the spread against Minnesota. 8-0 ATS against Minnesota.
Really?
So he's due for a regression, I guess, at some point.
Well.
Or he just plays well against them. Maybe some ownage there. All right, Bear. Survivor, which we are all in.
Oh yeah, we're all in, all done. More likely. I mean, it's not a week where I think you get creative. There are 2 obvious ones, and I think the Rams is the most obvious of the obvious. Tyler Shuck and the Saints are not going to go there and win.
No, not. Rams off a bye too. Yeah, not going to happen. Right? Rams off a bye, right?
The ugliest. It's funny. We're talking about like the scariest offenses. Like the scariest game of the week that I would want no part of. Like, has anybody muttered the words like "I like the Arizona Cardinals this week"?
No, I'm good.
Like, that's if you're laying, like, just think of the situation here. Monday night, massive public home favorite, America's team under a field goal against the Cardinals, which all they continue to do are lose close games in gutting fashion. Like, who the hell wants to bet the Cardinals this week? Can I get it?
One of our favorite people is going to be in the Cowboys.
Oh, unquestionably. But he's rolling, by the way.
No, he's 8-9 or 9.
But for him,
Someone else.
9-8 is rolling for him.
He did have Jets last week. It was nice to cash that Jets just to put a money line.
Yeah, he went 1-1.
Yeah.
He's still losing.
Who's he going to have, you think, this week?
I don't know.
So it's
New England seems like
yeah.
I mean, he had New England last week.
Will he have Bears laying 3 on the road?
I don't know.
The Bengals. Yeah.
We will have to wait and find out on Saturday afternoon for Sammy's tweet to find out where the tender is going. So appreciate everybody for tuning in again, watching YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. Remember to rate, review, subscribe, and I'll let you use your comments. Jeff, for Sammy, I'm Bear. Bless you, more losing you. Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.